Hey, how's it going, everyone? How we all doing? We're back in some more Stoneblock 4. And while we were last here, we were getting chaos from our chicken. And yeah, we were getting chaos from the chicken. What is thrumming here? Who knows? Yeah, we were getting chaos from the chicken. Oh, it's the Fortron generator. What I should do is grab a lever, another lever, let's grab a block of some description. Sure. Why are you not turning that off? If we turn you on, let's grab another lever. Okay, well, those are working now. Maybe this is ignore. Then we'll just go like that. Okay, and that'll save us some power and stuff. Well, we don't have a wither in there. And we're not using it. So let's go and check on. Let's go and check on our chicken. Oh yeah, I was doing some stuff with modular routers yesterday as well. So how's our chicken going? So we've got a good amount of chaos there. But I really need to get this faster. So you're gonna keep I just want a bucket of chaos, I think. Yeah, because a bucket of chaos will create a whole chaos fragment for me. And you just need small chaos fragments. Oh, hang on. What if I go here? Grab a tank. One of these tanks. Oh, the chickens there. Yeah. So I can't quite place this tank because the chicken is there. So we're just gonna kill the chicken. And we're gonna pull the chaos in. I do actually need... I need more of that. Because a chaos chicken... Yeah, you're gonna need large fragments. But an awakened draconium chicken... Let's just go home. And let's get a... Is that not how we use the chaos? Oh, you need to be a nugget cast. Okay, never mind. Also, you are small chaos fragments. And these are tiny chaos fragments. Oof. So I do actually need 900. So... So I do need to get... God, I need like 2 buckets of chicken. Add on speed. Let's go and grab some speed add-ons. Speed add-on. Dissolution. I'll grab 5 of these. And then the other one I might need. Yeah, I mean a bunch of chickens. Like, so this efficiency, processing time reduction. I've also told you to craft Awakened Draconium as well, which drained this briefly. But that's gonna get stuck every now and then when this like can't craft. Probably because you're out of ether gas. Oh no, we've got a good tank of ether gas still. Right, okay, let's go back here. So you can only take efficiency. But you can take an efficiency and an add-on. I don't know what other add-on. You might take range. No, range doesn't make sense. Processing, maybe? Let's go and grab a new chicken. I mean, these are really not difficult to craft. Jam. what is it? Door. Time door projector. How do I set you? Time door projector, time door marker. Do I name you in an anvil? Is that what happens? Oh no, I name you here. Like home. Make you private. Let's go to back to the chicken. And say ender chicken. Hey Mando, you right? So you're a marker there. Now if we go home. Yeah, so I've got two here. One of these is the marker. This one is not. Yeah, because it can't be deleted, and we can delete this one. Okay, open app, teleport, portal setup, travel timeline, settings. That's a new location. Time door. Marker. At tempad. Chronomark. No. What are you? A metronome? Workstation. The time twister. Now, if I remember rightly, the metronome basically gathers power. 1, 2, 3, 4 locally. 1, 2. Ah, but you need power to boot. Oh, you don't have any power because you only had that in. Yeah, I don't really use X very much. Can we give you power through this? That has to be through one of those. So we'll get that getting power back up, and let's go and see this chicken. So the chicken's back in there, and we're getting the chaos. You're running a hell of a lot quicker now. What's that one? Find Brimstone Claymore. Okay, so you're running a lot quicker. Oh, I need to set you to push and pull. Okay, nice. You are pulling the out. You're processing time. So how are we doing on the chicken? What are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is an entire chunk. So I should be able to grab some water. Grab, like, a load of glass. Grab some soul sand. And an ender pearl. Okay. Yep. So then I should be able to throw an ender pearl. No. Might need to be taller. Let's go back and grab another ender pearl. Let's grab like half a stack of them. And then we should be able to throw you straight down. Cool. So that's a stasis chamber. That should keep this loaded. Let's also go Ender Tank. These are not difficult to craft either. Actually. And like some obsidian. And let's go to the world engine. Okay, let's grab some yellow. And some black. Oh, you are too big. Yeah, because your chicken's in there. So you're nearly at 100. You're nearly at a whole bucket. We got over a bucket in there now. We'll let this chicken die, and then we'll put the ender tank on, and then we'll get another chicken. Oh, interesting. It'll keep it at 1. It doesn't kill it. That is interesting. And very useful. He's giving me mining fatigue, probably because he's... Right, I need a nugget. And I need a casting table. And I need a steel. Okay. Okay, there we go. Throw you back in there. And if we throw you into there, do you... Yes, you are pushing that in automatically for me. Okay, so you are now a small chaos fragment. And I need another one of those. So we're gonna have to make neutronium and neutronium activators to make a black hole. Chaos fragments, tiny chaos fragments after facing off against the... Need a fluid laser to extract chaos, turn it into tiny, blah blah blah. Yep, we've done that. And then you get chaotic fusion crafting, which is actually not that difficult. So what I'm going to do is go back in. And we're gonna throw you in there. And you are going to push. And then we go home. Whoops. Let's grab a hopper. Yeah, we'll just grab a hopper. Okay, you will end up with chaos in there. Let's go and grab another chicken. There's a tempad thing somewhere. Time door projector. It's a crude device that can open up. Just need to place it on the ground and then insert a location card. So I need a location card. And then we go home. And we give you the... Let's grab a button. Can we do it with a button? Yes, we can do it with a button. It's surprising. Hey, Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Yeah, I'm working for the TVA here. With my tempad. Right. Okay, you are loaded. I wasn't expecting you to be... Okay, you are not loaded. Right. I guess the chunk... Oh, that random block of steel. So we should now be getting more chaos thing through, hopefully. Because I'm assuming... Yeah, my enderpearl's there. Yeah, it's not actually loaded. So... What options do we have for chunk loading? A dimensional stabilizer. Okay, that seems pretty easy. We'll use you. Is the yellow perhaps on the wrong side? It's like it's on 3 instead of 1 now. No. No, it's yellow, black, black. So this is right. That is the right link. It's the Ender Pearl. Like this must only load in the dimension. So if we put you there, yeah, and you're fine. You're not using a huge amount. So like you've got, I have no idea how much is in that tank. But if we go home now, that chunk loader. Oh, the Pig of Destiny's walked down. So this guy is slowly ticking up. So he's fine. Until we do that. And accidentally break that. And lose a bunch of chaos. So that's working. We can just leave that going. And if it goes horribly wrong, it's in a machine that we don't care about. And we don't have to worry about. Yeah, only modded. I mean, I could have been even more like I could have used FTB chunks. That feels even more cheaty. So while we wait on that, the next thing we need is neutronium. Yeah, so we need to make a particle accelerator. So we need to create plutonium dust. Then we need to make plutonium pellets. So we basically need to do this. Accelerator magnetic. Okay. Only one magnetic field is checked per particle accelerator. And then we're gonna have to do these. Right, you come over here, both of you. Get out of the way. Particle accelerators. We didn't do this in Evolution. Like, so I played about with it in creative, and they're not hugely dangerous. You put something in, and it's more annoying than anything else because you get it going fast enough and it comes out and then it hits and it's a small TNT at worst. So let's I can craft this. Why did I want to craft this? Just going to craft this because I wanted it for some reason. I can't remember why, but I'm going to make it. It's not a collector, it's a condenser. There was a reason I wanted this. Is it you? Do I throw you in? What about my Klein star? I don't even know. We'll leave it there. See what we can do with it. Okay, so we need a couple of things. So we're gonna need a particle. We're going to need a particle accelerator guide ring, a linear motor, an accelerator, probably a sensor, a speed sensor, that magnetic field. But the first thing we're going to want is this accelerator. So let's teach you how to make droppers. Okay, we actually want this linear motor. So let's teach you how to make the linear motor first. There we go. Right. Linear motor. Molecular assembler. But the linear motor needs to know how to make iron thrusters. Okay. So iron thrusters are in the assembler. Turn you into a full stack. This is the assembler. So you need to know how to make these reinforced carbon sheets. So we can either refine you with some light, a little bit of light naphtha as a treat. Or we can put molten carbon and some heat. Light naphtha comes from oil or biofuel. Water and biofuel gets us that biofuel. Or carbon. Molten carbon's easy. Because we've got molten carbon cows. But the heat is annoying. Can we get oil cows? Okay, no, this is easy. This is easy actually. Molten carbon. Feed a cow a clapple. Feed a cow a clapple. Which is the carbon cow? That's the molten carbon cow. You're the carbon cow that I want. Mob. I don't know where my other mob imprisonment tool went. Is it in here? Are they one use? Is that the problem? No, they're not one use. And let's grab an anvil. Again, I don't know where that anvil went. Okay, fluid cow. The carbon long can go there. And we're gonna grab you and you. Block you. And they go away. Okay, so we've got molten carbon. Right, so now let's just get you potentially crafting ready. Okay, reinforced carbon sheets. Want light naphtha. Want oil. I'm just going to do this chain. Oil. Molten carbon to oil. Okay, molten carbon to oil. And then we use this oil here. And we're interested in the light naphtha. And then you, yeah, reinforced carbon sheet are those. So you should fire up in a minute. Yep. And you're not ending up with any extra. Oh, we need to. We need to pull those out. Logistical. There it is. And then you can't store the heavy oil. So we'll grab a fluid cell. And we add you in there because we're not going to end up with a ton of heavy oil. But that fluid should have been stored now. So that is our linear motor. And we're going to want another one because we're going to want for the particle accelerator. Right, particle accelerator, we can basically craft everything from that. Particle accelerator sensor, speed sensor. So this I don't know what you do, but we'll craft one. Should be relatively simple to craft as well. And then guide rings. You need industrial glass, which is that. So you're crafting up that. So you have crafted those. Gets me a bunch of extra flux gates, which will come in. When particles of different items collide, they create new items. Particle starts from the particle accelerator block, where you can insert any item to be used as particle. A straight guide ring needs to be placed right behind the controller, facing to the side with the visuals aligning correctly. Once inserted, the particle travels along the route defined by the guide rings. Right-click to add a 45-degree turn on one side. Another guide ring needs to be in the particle's path. Depending on the speed, the allowed distance between guide rings increases. It means at higher speeds, the distance between guide rings can be larger. Right, let's grab these. Why are the guide rings not being crafted? What is missing? What are you missing? Redstone torches. I'm not going to teach you how to craft those. Right, so you are a... That's a particle accelerator speed sensor, and this is a particle accelerator. Oops. Ooh, a chance cube. Okay, we've completed the Oritech chapter. So particle accelerators can be built in various ways, depending on their goals. A straight line of linear motors can shoot particles at something, but higher speeds are more efficiently reached with a circular design. Very large rings might be needed to reach certain elements. Slow particles require guide rings to be close together, so starting a small ring and then using redstone to move to a larger ring often makes sense. Multiple ring stages might be necessary for some cases. When a redstone signal is applied to a non-straight guide ring, it becomes a switch block. When powered on, it leads particles to be straight. When powered off, it guides them onto the original curve direction. A particle can also enter from the other direction, visualized by the smaller red glass tube, following the path of the white tube and entering from both the red and white tubes. At higher speeds, the particle can't take tight turns. If the last full 90-degree turn is too close, it exits the guided path and shoots out into the world. If the distance between guide rings is too big or no next guide ring is found, it will also shoot out. A particle speed can be measured with a particle acceleration sensor. A comparator can then provide a redstone signal based on speed, basically at this level. Okay. So I need to build a particle accelerator. I need to build a particle accelerator. Because I need plutonium dust. Which is uranium dust and fluxite. Okay, these pink orbs hanging around are lights. They're mage lights from ours. So I have a spell in this spell book, and it's just light. And they can break. I can break them. Yeah. No, not a dumb question. If you haven't seen like ours before, you can also change your spell style. So if I go to here, like I can change the styles of my projectiles. Yeah, I can give it a trail. So I can have like yellow trails instead of the pink. I can make it have a gust instead of the glow. Particles can be configured from the spell style menu in the spellbook, spell style. I think I can change Conjure Mage Block, Conjure Mage Light. So I can change the color. So if I want like black lights, I wonder if they still actually give off light. Yeah. Strange. On tick Brazier, on tick Wisp. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, so you can have them do that. It's kind of cool, or Brazier. So you could have them burning. That's kind of cool. Or you can just have them be lights. Anyway, that nice, interesting, fun little detour there. So I do have a bunch of space here, but I don't particularly want. I don't particularly want this to go horribly wrong. And I kind of want to do my draconic reactor over there. What I'm going to do is throw you in there. And how many? Just 2. What are we missing from crafting those? Fortron. Is it the fiery blood? No, we've got tons of fiery blood. Ether gas? Oh, you need a bucket of that. We've got plenty of Fortron. Is it the infused dragon's breath? It's the infused dragon's breath. What do you need? You need no more than 30. But you're at 100. Trapdoors. No more than 30. Oh, you are. There is no easy way to automate enchanting, is there? We just have to do this. Can we hopper into you? No, you can't even... Yeah, the problem is the only thing you can do it in is an enchanting table. But this thing doesn't have any sidedness. Oops, I meant to retrieve all of that XP. So you're just sort of doing this. I'm just going to put all my shelves in there because I probably don't need all of them. I mean, at least we got, like, a stack of infused. Yeah, stack of infused Dragon's Breath. Okay, so you are crafting again with the ether gas. You're crafting with ether gas. A lot. Because I need that many stacks of Awakened Draconium. But I was hoping you would be more. What's going on here? Oh, the chicken's nearly dead. That's probably what's going on. So maybe what we do is we kill the chicken. And we go and get another one? I want to go spawn. I want to go home. There we go. Let's kick him back up. So yeah, maybe what we do is we actually build it a particle accelerator above this. Yeah, let's build it above it. Right. Can we move the... Because I don't think that's where I actually want it. Because if I anchor it there, no. We anchor it there. So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's go that way. Let's go that way again. And then... Did I not... Did I not give you... I thought I had created a hole. But evidently not. Evidently I haven't made that hole big enough. This room is bigger than I thought. Okay, this is not a bad size, and then this is our hole down. This has got a massive interaction range. This thing is huge. Right. Do I take this wall down? Let's grab an elevator. So, particle accelerator. We need to get plutonium dust. This is what we're aiming towards, plutonium dust here. Chaos. What we're gonna do is we're gonna suspend you briefly because we have the chaos chicken that we need. We have the chaos fragments that we need. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12. One, two, three. Laser wrench. And I need item cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert on white. Insert on white. Insert on white. Insert on white. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's because you're there. And you need to all be set to single item mode. And we get my crystal binder. Bind you. Right. Draconium chicken. Can we craft another one of those? Let's grab like 2 of these draconium chickens. Oh, we need the heat. Let's go to the world engine. Don't forget to bind that bottom one. Oh, we've got. I left the heat on. Okay, that's fine. Don't forget to bind the bottom. So they're all bound in there. That one. Yep. That's the one you meant. That's the new one. How long do these chickens take to craft? 1,200 ticks. But let's grab 4 awakened feathers. And we can at least get more awakened chickens like this. Which means we can get more tier 9 souls, which is what we need. Yeah. You're tier 8 chickens, you're not tier 9 chickens. Okay, fair enough. Awakened feathers. So 2 awakened feathers, 2 chaos fragment, 2 tier 9 souls. We need chicken seed. Also, what I've done here, the feeder wasn't feeding properly. So this router feeds round robin into these 3 routers, and then these 3 routers feed round robin into these routers, and then these routers feed into up to 8 chickens here. So we're getting a relatively even split, which means we're getting a ton of chicken bits. And then you need 4 of those. So we're gonna craft. You go in there. And there. Draconic. Oh, I need two chicken seeds as well. Oh. Oh, I need more. Oh, hang on. I actually need two more. It needs two feathers. It needs the chicken seeds. I miscounted. I've got 9, 10, 11. I've got 12. But this needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 4 feathers and it needs 2. You are right. That's what I did. I had too many feathers. Yep, you're correct. Throw you in there. Throw you in there. This is gonna rip through. Yeah, that's ripped through that power. So what I need to do? Can I get a draconic crystal? And craft you into wyvern. Wyvern energy relay crystal. Wyvern energy IO crystal. Wyvern wireless. And then draconic. Yeah, trying to increase the transfer rate. I can't do the draconics without. How did I get that? I wonder if it was a reward. Must have been a reward for something. And then you are a wireless energy crystal. So now we unlink from you, let you drain. So you are empty. You've probably got a ton of stuff left in you. Yeah. You're probably full, that's why. Can I link you directly to that? No. Whatever. It can be the fusion crafting stuff of this. Like, all the wireless energy transfer is cool. Like, this thing is huge. Like, it's a massive energy. This guy. But this crafting takes absolute... I mean, this is only 50% charged. It's a huge amount of power to craft this thing. That's 1.2 billion FE. Now we've got 4 billion in here. Wyvern. And an IO crystal. So you are empty, which is fine. We're going to put you there. Energy relay goes to there. And we'll make a wireless energy crystal for this. So that's how I was doing it. And we'll link it to that side. I don't think you're an energy relay crystal. It'd be nice if I could do like an in-place, like, swap. So I think what we need to do is go to here. And we take you. And you're going as fast as you can now, because you're pulling, well, all that power's gone out of there. You've got input from the block. You're pulling as much power out of that as you can. Aha! And you finished. Right, you can all go into there. Dark matter can go in there. Sure, we'll throw steel in there as well. And the flux pearl. Okay, now we still have an empty roost there. But we're going to train you. Get you as many levels as we can. Six levels. I need more. So training chicken. Ordinarily, one seed produces one thing. But with more levels, you get more per seed. So it's just an efficiency thing. So ordinarily it would be one. But here, instead, it is quite a bit more. So you can see it's going up by 9, 9, 18. So it's going up by 9 at a time. We're going to put you in there. 26, 35, 44. So one seed is 9 awakened draconium. Which is huge. Yeah, it takes a lot of seeds. But what it means is I can take you out of there. And I can say instead awaken draconium blocks. Just craft like that now. So we can just cancel that. And suddenly we've got a ton of these guys coming. So one seed is essentially a block. which is pretty epic. And there's a chaos chicken as well. So we're going to want the chaos chicken, but that needs chaotic. Yeah, so not too far away from completing that now. And like these awakened draconic cores, they're not actually that difficult to craft. We could craft those relatively easy. But we need chaotic. Like these are easy to craft. We can craft those. So let's grab. How are you doing, chickens? Are you just out of... No, you've got plenty of seeds. So we'll do that, and then you'll zoop through that. Okay, particle accelerator. Back to the particle accelerator. We need uranium dust. And we need power up here. Let's get power up here first. Oh, interesting. The Wyvern core increases the world engine energy capacity. When would you even put those? Oh, they're just sitting there. Neat. Right, uranium dust. Uranium dust in the crusher. That's easy. Except I need these guys. Crushing factory. Oh, yeah, it's plutonium dust that we're trying to get, and fluxite. Okay, so we've got power up here now. We could have also done it with dragging an energy cell up, but this is fine. The other thing you can do with this, you can upgrade the tier. I think the tier of that actually just needs. If we go tier up again, it's just that. If we tier up again, the core structure is invalid. So now it's a tier 3 energy core. So it has 1.6 giga OP. Whatever OP is. But this will get bigger. And this is nearly done. Which is kind of hilarious. Oh, if you think that's a lot of power, just wait till you see the draconic, the final draconic generator. Which, if that goes, it's the equivalent of a nuke that will basically destroy everything within 500 blocks. Yeah, I think it needs to be awakened inside as well. I think that's what it needs. Yeah. Essentially, what we're building here is a top tier energy. Yeah, we did. At the end of it was the pack we ran with Fuji. We set one off. And I found it actually surprisingly difficult to blow up. From what I remember, it was not that easy. If I take this goes much faster. So let's put that back on there. Oh no, this isn't a limiter ring. This is the Harvest Goddess band. So it basically like speeds up crops. But when it's on the pedestal, it still works, just a little bit slower. And I've also got so much source here. I've got Tablet of Overgrowth running there as well, just to try and get this farm as fast as possible. There's probably some other ways of getting it. There's probably a couple more things that we could do. Growth. That's Crystal Growth Accelerator. That's the Tablet of Growth. Yeah, I'm not sure about that ring. But yeah, it's definitely not a limiter. Okay, so we've got all of that. And we're going to need to throw you in there. And we've got all the draconium blocks we need. So... Oh, we need 32 energy core stabilizers. Energy core stabilizers. 32 of these. Not take long to craft. And a gift of stone is a villager hat. So we need to go back and speak with Chaos. Who is over this way. That's all I can give you. Infinity be waiting once you've finished Radiance's tasks. What will you sell me? You'll sell me Eclipse Alloy, and you'll sell me an endless gateway of Apothic Invaders. So let's go to the World Engine. And let's install this. That has a very large power. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of energy you can store in that thing. It's huge. Compared to this, which is tiny, but still stores like a ton, more than we'll need for a while. Yeah, from the cores we jammed into it earlier. Right, so we've been putting off this particle accelerator. Take a look at the particle acceleration quest. So we need uranium dust, I need fluxite. So I need a particle accelerator. I'm going to need another particle accelerator. And rather than try and work this out, I might just go to the wiki. Because there's got to be designs for this. You see tachyons, so like if we do this, this is the wiki. So the way you build these things is nice little loops, and then you have redstone switches to move them, and then you can get energy out with tachyons. When certain elements, they can rip a hole in space-time, leading to a dimensional incursion. The energy required to achieve this is immense. Particle accelerators. Why are there no designs? Why are there no designs here? Maybe what we do... we need... to make plutonium dust, we need energy of 2,500. So maybe we just make a ring that can get something up to 2,500. We want one of these particle linear motors. Why are you crafting those? You... if we put you there... nope. Wanna go... stack of those? Crafting card. There we go. So these are the things we're wanting to collide. And we'll grab an energy relay crystal and a wireless energy crystal because we're going to want those. And we probably only want one of you. And you. And I am going to take this wall down. So you need a, because what we do is we put something in like coal, and you get duped. Oh, you're not a valid device. You're not the thing that gets. What's taking you so long? Reinforced carbon sheet. Are you stuck? Yes, you're stuck because I've done something dumb. So you are now crafting those, which should be in here. You've got plenty of power. Okay, let's go. Or do you go there? I think you go there. Uh, do you not get power? Yeah, you need power. Oh, you're an energy relay crystal. Right, that's the one I want. So let's grab a guide ring. Or is it a guide ring that goes in there? It's the guide ring that goes in there. Can we do anything with cobble in... No valid gate. Gate needs to be pointed to the side. No, I thought it was a linear accelerator that goes in. No valid gate found. Gate needs to be pointed to the side. If we grab you... and then you point that way... and then you point that way, and then you point that way. So you there. So if we link you there... no valid gate found. Gate needs to be pointed to the side. Gate? Ow. So we can see... ah, there. So the particle is there. It gets accelerated. It got lobbed out there. So how fast does this get before it flies out? 73. And there's a way you can tell. Let's just do that and get the speed. So you can see it moving round, getting accelerated every time. and then it goes off in that direction. So we can probably make this loop bigger. So if we do the loop here, so we're essentially putting two gaps, 1, 2, and then you 1, 2. There. 1, 2. There. Of course, this is the classic thing. We make a massive room, and we have to break this wall. So 1, 2. There. One, 2. There. I could have moved the accelerator. This is a thing that could have happened. I didn't. So you are... Oh, and I need linear accelerators. So you are not getting fast enough to meet to hit that. So let's grab another linear accelerator there. So we need... We need another guide ring. Yeah, so you can use these guys. These are sensors. So you can check the speed of them, and they'll emit redstone signals. So you could have it go zup 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 zup, and then go into another ring when it hits a particular speed. Let's accelerate you there. Is that because you just didn't have a gate in range? Okay, that's another linear motor. Not quite hitting that. Let's take you and put you there instead. You're not, still not hitting that. Okay, you finally realize that there's no device there. And you're not quite reaching that. Still. So maybe we put another accelerator in there. Oh dear. Just oops, all accelerators. Yeah, yeah. You know, if in doubt, just make it go faster. Just make it faster. This is a fun bend. Right, let's throw this in again. One more. Yeah, I'm sure this is fine. Fine. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I'm sure it's fine. Let's just kick that up to 2, just so we're crafting a few extra. I'm sure there is a much more efficient way of doing this. Ow, 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 ow. Range 2.1. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be like that. And then you can move there. Why did you not make that? No gate in range. No gate in range. I will eventually want some advice, but I'm kind of having fun at the minute. You didn't hit there. Okay, we're gonna bendy gate again. So I tell you what, if I like no advice this one, and what I'll probably do is I'll have a look at a design. We'll see if I can get a design to for the next on the next stream. So you're getting up to 21, and then you're falling over. That can probably go there. But I am quite sure this is. I'm confident this is not going to work. But we're having fun. Yeah, that definitely. We're going to want to do another bendy. Oops. What about that? Because if we can make it round. Where did that even... Yeah, so this curve then becomes way too narrow. So I think what I'll do for tomorrow, or tomorrow on tomorrow's stream, what we'll do is we'll look up some designs for these. Or Bavarian, if you're around and if you know how these work, you can give me some guidance tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream, and we'll actually get this working, and we'll do it in a sane way. But like I can visualize it in my head. You know, you want a small ring, and then you want it to graduate to a larger ring and a larger ring. Because the last curve distance and the minimum curve distance, yeah, it's all about how many blocks are between 90-degree turns or something like that. But it has to be going fast enough to even get there. So yeah, we'll have a look at that tomorrow. But that is good for the stream there.